Tablets are not one size fits all, and that is something that Archos seems to recognize here. We are going to check out very quickly the Archos Chef Pad, the Archos 8.0 Xenon, and the Archos 10.1 XS2. Let's see what these three very different tablets have to offer. So this is the Archos Chef Pad. It is the lowest end in the lineup, and it is not differentiating based on traditional specs here. We'll talk about that screen in a second, but you'll notice this kind of silicone cover over the tablet. The tablet ends far before it, but this cover comes in the box because, as you might have guessed by its Chef Pad name, this is meant to be used in the kitchen. That's a that's a 2 megapixel back cam. There's also a 2 megapixel front camera. We've got some swipe marks on the screen there. We'll go ahead and power it on. This display looks a lot like the display on the HP touchpad. The resolution is 1024 by 768. It is not trying to blow you away as far as pixel density goes, and probably that holds true for performance too. I mean, we're pretty zippy here to a degree. Oh, we got notifications down here. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is meant to get dirty and nasty and mean in the kitchen and to get flour all over it. And there are some apps you can download to take advantage of that front-facing camera for some Samsung-like gesture screen moving. Anyway, then there's a special little zone of the Play Store with the Chef apps, which we're not finding. Anyway, that's the Chef Pad. Let's move up to the mid-range if we can, and a smaller tablet than you might expect when we're moving up in terms. This is the Archos 8.0 Xenon, or the 80 Xenon. This is an 8-inch display, which might seem hard to believe because these bezels are really, really big. This reminds us a little bit of a Galaxy Note 8.0, actually, with these bezels that let you grip the tablet without worrying about touching the screen. And also, you'll notice the earpiece up top. Anton really wanted to do this video, but you know, it's his favorite type design. But you can actually hold this to your head. The cord is not long enough for me to demo it, but you can do this if you want to, because it has a 3G radio inside, cellular connectivity, and so on. If you're interested in the specs on this one, this is a 1024 by 768 as well. It is IPS, GPS on board, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. By the way, if you're wondering about that build, it is a very close to stock build of Android Jelly Bean, except we've still got the notification area down below, where we tend to like it. Finally, ending up with what we think is probably the most interesting thing on the table, at least to us, the Archos 10.1 XS2. This is powered by a quad-core processor at 1.6 gigahertz, quad-core GPU as well, 2 gigs of RAM. The IPS display is 1280 by 800. These are not competing crazy on resolution, but you pop the tablet out of its dock here. There's a magnetic action going on, and you go ahead and I'll show you the dock arrangement. You go ahead and flip this back, knock it down there, and then these devices come right together to protect the display. A lot like a netbook or an ultrabook or something like that. You go ahead and separate them again, and popping them together is a little bit more convoluted thanks to this origami-like dock stand. Once you get the hang of it, you just pop it right in there. This was announced, I believe, Archos tells us just a couple days ago. Once again, very stock-like Android with the stereo speakers here, keyboard with somewhat minimal travel, but that's to be expected given the thickness of the device, or really the lack thereof. So, just a quick look at the latest line of interesting, somewhat niche, somewhat unique tablets from Archos. We're still at IFA. That's still Anton Dinoja. I'm still Michael Fisher. We're still Pocket Now. Keep watching and stay tuned for more.